Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Modern Skyblock 3 with Haliee, and we are picking up shortly after we left off. I've done a little bit off of camera work, and we've got a lot of stuff to cover here over the next couple of episodes, so let's jump right in. It's already done. First off, let me just go over a couple things I've done in between episodes. I have made some more of the sails for the windmills. I've still got a couple more to go on these last two, so I'll keep working on that. But I've also gone ahead and brought down some HV wires to this relay. You can probably barely see it from there, but there's a little relay up there, and I got the relay going down into the HV capacitor, and from the HV capacitor I actually have an insulated wire, so it means I can jump on here, from the MV wire coming down directly into now our mutagen producer. Now this is still not producing enough power that I want, so I've still got ways to go on the power. I think I'm getting about maybe 1,000 RF per tick, 2,000 RF per churning, whatever's going on. So I've still got a long way to go. As a matter of fact, if I go ahead and put redstone in here, it's going to drain that power out pretty quickly. But I am making some mutagen, so I might just let that run through as I continue on, just to work through some things, because we're getting mutagen. Remember to go ahead over here and crossbreed our bees to get the bees that we need, so we can go ahead and get the bee serum. I forgot which one it is. It's some kind of something in a jar. Let's go back into the quest book real quick. I needed to make, let's make that bigger so I can see it. Yeah, the bee collector's jars, and a certain bee that does it, and I've got the recipes of which bees I need to get there. And now that I have the advanced mutatron, which can automatically breed bees, so I've got an eldritch bee ready here to go, and the mutagen is what it actually needs. It's going to work through that just very slowly, but like I said, I'll just let that continue on in between episodes. So I made all insulated wires so I can walk over my wires here without killing me, but that means the Enderman won't get trapped. Aw, but it's perfectly fine. So I've got the water wheel just feeding directly into this apiary here. I don't know why I'm making this apiary, just because I already have it. But it's pretty much, making honeycombs as I actually need them. So that's what I did in between episodes. I've climbed up there. Unfortunately, since I don't have any form of flight and I did not go in creative, it took a long time to be able to bring all those HV wires. I think I died a few times actually by getting hit by the wires, since you cannot insulate HV wires. But, like I said, pretty much that's like my power plant, and is going directly into the item that needs power here. So I worked on that in between episodes. I also noticed something on the mom spaghetti. Now I finished up mom spaghetti here, and it doesn't disappear. So I found this actually kind of interesting, because remember, mom spaghetti you can eat over and over and over again. Matter of fact, let's see how much food I've eaten. Size, food list. I've eaten 170 unique foods. I need 30 more to get another heart. Now I've got 11 hearts already, which is absolutely amazing. But the mom spaghetti, now I had another cool noodles of the drying, so I went ahead and made another one, but I didn't want to just throw this away, so I clicked on R just to see what I can do with mom spaghetti, and apparently, U for uses, sorry, not R, U for uses, and apparently you can refill mom spaghetti with liquid XP. Very interesting. So you don't have to cook anymore. Liquid XP I can get from a variety of different sources, but basically I can take an empty one, use a fluid tank, which uses again, and use liquid XP, and I can get a 100 out of 100. See, this one was 25 out of, I don't know if it needs to be 25 out of 100, but it goes from 25 out of 100 to 100 out of 100 here in JEI, so that's actually pretty cool. So I'm going to put this one away for right now, because I don't need it for anything, because I've got this other one ready to go. All right, now what we want to work on today, and probably over the next few episodes, is the Psi mod. Now we started it a little bit last episode, and let's see how far we actually got. If we go into the quest book here, and some true magic, we can see we made the rod, we made some psi dust, we made casting spells, and the next thing it wants us to make is psi metals. Now psi metals, you have to reach level 10 of psi in order to turn gold into psi metals. And if you guys remember, or probably don't remember, if I hit C on my keyboard, it'll bring up the book for psi, and I am currently level 1 with 0 level points. So I've got a ways to go to reach level 10. So we're going to go through this, at least tutorial one. I'll work through some of it in between episodes, but as you guys pointed out, the book is very helpful. It is very challenging because it's pretty much like programming and magic together. So I don't know how much I'm actually going to understand or actually show off my understanding in this recording, but I am going to research. I'm going to use my tools, use my friends, and hopefully learn more and share with you guys as I know. So we got a lot to cover here. We got about 15 minutes. So let's go ahead and finish up on the tutorial. So remember, you hit C on your keyboard and I'll bring this up. And so we've already gone through this a little bit. Basic spells, yada, yada. We made everything. See, what did it want us to make? The rod, the something it told us here to make particularly, and I've already made those. Oh yeah, the frame, the crux, the notch, the source. We've made all these items. They're actually in my inventory right now. There's the focusing rod, the spell node, the source rod, a crux, and a minor rod notch. We've got the spell inscriber and the rod constructor here. So chapter 1, tutorial 1 is a very long one, even says that. So now it says, lastly, spells need to put into spell nodes to make yourself all of the stuff, and let's get rolling. So after you're set with all you need, open your spell inscriber by right clicking it. So this is our spell inscriber. We're going to right click, and you see there's a grid here. So when you right click on any part of this grid here, it's going to open up these two items here. Now already we've got these things here called runes. There's two runes that you pretty much started with. One's called a selector caster, selects a person casting the spell. If you hold shift, it'll tell you that. And one is the trick debug for testing prints out on the target. Okay, so let's go back to our book. So after you open up your spell by right clicking, you'll see a large grid. And this is where the magic happens. All right, the inscribing system is less of it. So it's complex, but it's really simple. Now it says to add a piece. So it's basically you're putting things together in a certain sequential order. To add a piece of the grid, you're going to right click any part of it and select the runes that come up. And as I just showed you there, as you can see at the bottom, and these are the same two down here at the bottom, you have two available runes to choose from. So I guess you'll gain more over time. We're going to find that out. You'll be able to assemble them to create spells in a myriad of different ways. So a lot of different ways. But for now, let's just focus on these two runes. The runes you have available are selector, caster, and the trick. So we just kind of went through that here. I want to scroll down a little bit more. Tricks are the most important part of the spell. They are the means through which the spell interacts with the world. In our case, the debug trick is an exception, as it just writes the value in chat. Anyway, all right, so we're going to start off by placing them in your grid adjacent to each other, so we're next to each other. So we're going to left click on your selector class, and you'll find that nothing special happens. However, when you do the same for your trick, the panel you can on the left, where you can scroll down, configure the inputs of pieces of parameters. Okay, it's a lot of words. So let's go ahead and we're going to put two things next to each other. I don't know why a certain section pops up in green. I guess it's just where you left off last time. You can click anywhere on the grid of where you want that to go. So we're going to start on the center. I'm going to click here. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to select the caster. Then I'm going to right click here and select the trick debug. So, and basically nothing's happened so far. So we got a configuration, we got some arrows here and a number of all these different things. Inscription error. The required parameter is not set 5 of 4. Now I think it said something about that. So let's go back over here. What I do like when you open back up the tutorial, it picks up where you left off so you don't have to keep scrolling. So let's see what I missed here. All right, so you'll find it when you left click your selector cast, you'll find that nothing special happens. However, when you do the same for your trick, a panel appears on your left where you can configure the inputs of this piece. The pieces or parameters are the information that goes into the piece in order to allow it to do its thing. Our debug trick, which is the trick debug, did I put it in the wrong order? I probably put it in the wrong order. It didn't say what order to put it in. We'll clarify that in a second. Let's see, our debug trick sends out something to chat, so we need to know what that thing is. Take the target parameter and click one of the arrows so that your selector caster looks like it's pointing at you towards the trick debug. Okay, so let's do that. Oh, wow. Okay, that's actually kind of cool too. When I actually have stuff in here, now to look at the table, I can see that on the outside. So I guess if someone actually is working on, actually, let me show you this. If someone's working on it, you can see what they're doing. That's actually really cool. All right, so let's go back here. Let's see. Let's kind of clear that out. Yeah, I can clear it out by clicking the delete key. So let's put the trick first and then put the caster second. Which one did it want me to move the arrows on? I gotta keep up with my reading. Let's see. Take the target parameter and select one of the arrows. Okay, so the target parameter. Let's see. Which one's the target? I guess that's me. Okay, all the target parameters. And click one of the arrows so it looks like it's pointing at you. Okay. Well, I guess it has to be this one because that's the only one that actually has a check mark on it. Let me see something. Let's delete that. Let's delete that. Let's put it the other way around. Let's put this one here and this one here. Again, we're going to use the target parameter. Aha. See now? Okay. I see it's got to be pointing towards you. So I'm guessing that where that little indentation is, maybe that's where it goes. Okay. So now it's pointing towards me. Now what? Let's go back to our book. It's pointing toward, okay. Click one of the arrows so that the selector caster looks like it's pointing towards the trick debug. Oh, that's it pointing towards you. Hold on. Wait a minute. Target parameter, click one of the arrows so that you, the selector caster, looks like it's pointing towards the trick debug. Wait a minute. Is that what I just did? Oh, okay. It's pointing towards the trick debug. So I'm pointing towards that. Okay. It's because I have the selector is pointing towards the trick debug. I'm a little slow in learning this, guys. So this is going to be like really basic. We're going to go together. Let's see. You can see what types of parameters it needs or what types it sends out. This is useful so you can pair the right runes together. So ignore the number parameter and we'll cover that for later. So there's a number parameter here. We're going to ignore that. So the caster is going to do a trick debug. Let's see. If you've done this correctly, you should see the X at the top of the turn turns to a check mark. Done that. And some values appear on the right. Yeah, some stuff on the right. Don't worry about those for now. Cool. Not worried about it. If you're still seeing the red X, hover over it to see what error is and try to correct it. Now we need to take the program you've made and send it over to your rod. Grab the spell node and right click your spell node inscriber with it. What? Send it over to your rod. Grab the spell node and right click your spell inscriber with it. So my spell node is that. So I want to right click the inscriber with that. Oh, something happened. Something happened. I heard a click or a boom. You hear a beep boop. I heard that. And now you're ready to load the bullets. What? Okay. Place your new rod into your constructor and into the big slot on the top left, and you'll see some slots below it open up. So place your rod into the constructor. And, what? Who? Nothing opened up. Let's see. Do I need to turn that back into something? I think I put it in my crafting. Hey, gimme. See, if I turn it in my crafting grid, it turns right back into an iron rod frame. Okay. That just gives me that. Okay, hold on. Speak English. Okay. Place your new rod into your construction into the big slot on the top left. Okay, that's what I did. Okay, so that goes there. I'm hearing these noises. Top left, and I'm supposed to see something. Place your new rod into the top left, and you'll see some slots below it open up. I didn't. Place your bullet in there. What bullet? I don't have a bullet. I don't think. Well, did this not do its thing? Oh, it says debug on it. Okay. So that's the spell. Okay, so it used to say spell caster, but how do nothing opened up here. Nothing opened up. I mean, I guess, what did I do? Did I miss a step? I probably missed a step. I'll go back to C. Oh, close the quest book. Then you can place your rod out to pick a spell. Hold your rod. Let's see. What did I miss? I know it said something about, as you can see, okay, talked about the runes. While you're set, open your spell inscriber, right click it, you'll see a large grid. Okay, I did that. Spells, spell notes. I know this is going to be so exciting, guys, but this is how I want to learn. I'm going to keep working on it between episodes, but but you know, we've got to make it all the way to level 10. So let's see if we can get past level 1. Okay. Welcome to leveling focusing rod service. To get started inscribing spells, you'll need a spell inscriber. To cast your spells, you'll also need a better rod than the one you have right now. Oh, one with all the components. Look up the various type of rods. Okay, so I have, where'd the rod go? Come here, rod. Okay, so I have a focusing rod. So it said look up the other rods. And I know we looked that up earlier. There's a lot of rods in here. Wait. Was there other focusing rods? How do I see those? Yes. Okay, so I have a regular focusing rod, but there are, so that's the original one. Maybe I need to make a better one, but these are not showing open yet. The only one I can make is a regular one. Okay, let's go back. You'll need a better rod than the one you have right now. One with all the components. Look up all the various components. Rod components. Frame, crux, notch, source. Okay, so do I put these with that? Okay, let's try this. Let's put this back in here. Okay, so now we're going to put this here. So maybe these tools go here. So I got that. That looks like that goes there, and that goes there. Is that what I need? Aha! Yeah, you put all your tools in there. Okay, so now we have the open slots. I know I made those for a reason. All right, so let's go ahead and put the debug in here. Let's go back to our instructions. Okay, not that far down. Take the target. Okay, done that. And check marks, did that. Now we need to take the program you made and send it over to your rod. Grab your spell note and right click the spell inscriber with it. You'll hear a beep boop, and now you're ready to load the bullet. Place your new rod into your constructor in the big slot at the top left. We've done that. You'll see some slots below it open up. Place your bullet in there. Is that a bullet? Was I supposed to make a bullet? No, those are definitely guns and ammo. Looking for something from side that's called, nope, okay, maybe debug. Because that's all it did was turn that into that. But I don't see, why is it called a bullet? Then you can take your rod out, pick a spell. Okay, well, let's try it. Take our rod out. Okay. And if I hold it in my hand, oh, wow. I did, okay, I leveled up. Okay, so I put the bullet in there, and you can see it put the stuff in the chat. So now I am level 2. So if I go into, hit C. Oh, actually, if I hold C while I actually have it, it goes to all, okay, it goes to all these different things. Let's click, not have that in my hand, and click C. Oh, I guess I'm done. All right. So, what I actually missed here, so if I have the rod in my hand and I hold C, I can choose the different spells. So here's the debug one, which is the one we chose from. If I choose an empty one, nothing happens. So if I hit C again and choose that one, that's where it's running its spell. So basically it's giving a debug error. So we're talking about programming. This is what all the fun stuff is going to be about. That's what that does. Okay, so now we're ready to move on to tutorial 2. How do I get to it? Connector. Okay, so learn. Okay, so click on the check mark. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on in this book. I know that we're right at the end of the episode. We've got a couple of minutes here, but that's how you're basically going to level up. Now it's going to be interesting because it goes from 5 to 6 to 10. So I guess I'm going to have to level up. So I'm on level 2, have 0 level points. But now we're going to talk about numbers. So I'm going to continue to learn about this stuff. I hope this was helpful for you guys, at least in getting started with Psi. And I'll try to do some overview on some things. Now, probably will not make it to level 10 before the next recording, but I'll see if I can get through level 2, and then we'll do level 3 in the next time. So right now, I'm into the episode just a little bit early, but I'll try to make the outro really long so you guys don't miss me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode and are enjoying the series. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, tips, tricks, techniques, or just want to say hi, leave that comment down below because you guys' feedback is what keeps me going. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, click that like button as well to show all your friends and families and peoples that you know that you like watching some crazy lady play Minecraft. If you want to hang out with me and the other squad members, you can do so by becoming a Patreon. All the information is listed at the link or on the link down below. Click that link so you can learn about the Patreon and all the different rewards that it has to offer. If you want to, like I said, hang out with us when we become a patron, we do stream live on the weekend. So make sure you're following me on Twitch and Twitter and YouTube. Well, hopefully you're already subscribed on YouTube. So you can know when that activity does happen. We do stream on the weekends. One of those streams is on the Patreon server, so you can have a chance of playing with us while we do live. If you're looking for a server to play on with your friends, you don't play with us for some reason, consider Host Havoc. Host Havoc is what we use for all of our multiplayer series, as well as our Patreon server. So check out the Host Havoc link down below. You can see they offer other games besides Minecraft, which I don't know why you don't want to play Minecraft. Words hard. But yes, click on the links, check them out, and see what they have to offer. One last bit of housekeeping. We are less than a week away. In less than 1 week, actually 1 week from right now, I will be in Washington, D.C., finishing up the Mind Fair Fair at the Washington Dulles Export Center. So hopefully I've met you guys, meet some of you guys there. So it's 1 week from today. You can still get your tickets using the code Rising Stars to save 20%. And I'm just looking forward to meeting a lot of you guys. There's going to be some build battles, some costume contests. It's going to be so awesome. And I'm actually really excited to meet some of the other Rising Stars that are going to be involved in this, because YouTubers, we are a family. We learn a lot, we support each other, and people that are coming up in this particular hobby or profession, we need to support. We need to support each other. So that's going to be really exciting. 1 week from today, guys. I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome. Well, okay, I've got some work to do. I've got some homework. We're going to go ahead and continue through the side. I'm going to try to make it through level 2 before I record again, so we'll have level 3 ready to go. And until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. So have a good one, guys. Bye.